Welcome to the DMK RP Skin Revision Treatment. RP stands for Remodelling Procedure. RP is based on the preservation of healthy skin for the face and body. The RP Skin Revision Treatment is a peel, but it's more than just a skin peel. It's based on the same philosophy of science of all DMK skin revision treatments, using our remove, rebuild, protect and maintain concept. So we're not only peeling the surface of the skin, we're revising the skin underneath back into a healthy, balanced state. RP is designed to remodel all the abnormal processes in the skin that are caused through environmental factors, aging, and generally unhealthy processes in the skin. RP is designed to change the architecture of your skin back into a healthy, youthful complexion. RP is a 10-day process, a treatment protocol designed to re-establish a healthy, balanced skin while removing the old, dead, redundant cells that we don't need anymore. RP is designed to reconstruct or return skin back to its original youthful appearance. RP is also used for age management, so to keep skin looking as fresh and healthy and youthful for as long as possible. RP is also suitable for hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, uneven skin colour, or a thickened, leathery, pory appearance on the skin. Also, we have a lot of clients who are just looking to really refresh their skin and keep their skin looking as healthy and vibrant as possible for as long as possible. Hi Christy, my name's Debbie. I'm going to be doing your consultation today. I'll just get you to fill in the consultation form and then I'll take you through. So Christy, when we analysed your skin, it's actually in good condition. It's quite strong, it's very healthy, your elasticity is still really good. What I'd be focusing on is we could really brighten the skin up, remove some of the pigment and get the colour looking really even, and also just get that skin looking really bright and youthful and bouncy. I'll just explain to you how a DMK treatment is different from a cosmetic style facial. A cosmetic style facial will work topically on the surface of the skin. So it may exfoliate, hydrate, temporarily plump out some fine lines and things like that. DMK treatments work with the internal functions and structures of the skin. So we will be addressing what you don't like on the surface of the skin, but we also work on skin functioning. So the best way to understand it is imagine if you were looking through the top of the skin. It's like a factory. So whatever presents itself on the surface of the skin is in direct relation to something that's happening within that factory. So we not only need to remove what you don't like, but we need to address the reason why it got there in the first place. Our signature treatment, which is our enzyme therapy, works on the circulatory system, so bringing fresh oxygenated blood and nutrients to the cell. Then it causes a reverse osmosis, a back flushing in and around the cell and through the capillary loop, and then a lymphatic drainage back down into the major lymph ducts at the root of the neck. The best way to understand it is the enzyme therapy is getting your factory functioning optimally, so then when we remove all of those things that you don't like off the surface, you have a better, stronger, healthier skin moving through to replace that. The RP will basically, it is a peel, but it's not just about the peel. It's also about pulling that pigment up to the surface and then peeling it away. But it's about, RP means to rebuild and reconstruct the skin in a different way. So the RP actually instigates the remodelling processes in the skin, which make that skin renew, rejuvenate and repair. This will give you a phenomenal result. Your skin will come up really well, but it does have some downtime. So there is about 3 days of where you are really tight and it's peeling and it doesn't feel that good, but it's a phenomenal result for such a short amount of downtime. I'm just going to run through the RP treatment, the whole process, everything that you need to do, also everything that you can expect to experience throughout the treatment program. With RP, you need to prepare the skin. So of a night time, you'll be alternating 2 different formulations. One's called Reticent and the other one is called Super Bright. So of a night time, you'll cleanse the skin with your Deep Pore Pure. then you'll apply a good layer of your reticin. So you'll apply full face, right up under the eye and even through the eyebrow, take it down the neck and the décolleté. With the reticin, shake it beforehand, and I want you to apply 2 good layers of the reticin. So normally with DMK products we apply a tiny amount. With reticin, I want you to really make sure you're getting a lot of that reticin into the skin. It's a vitamin A formulation that's going to prepare the skin for the peel and regulate that new cell coming through. The other night you'll be applying with Super Bright, and the same thing, you'll cleanse the skin and Super Bright's applied straight to the skin. So 2 layers of Super Bright, face, right up under the eyes and the neck and décolleté. You leave both of those on overnight. In the morning, when you wash your face, you'll apply your vitamin C serum. Again, full face, right up under the eyes, over the eyelids, neck, and take the excess down onto the décolleté. Then your beta gel solution, followed by herbal pigment oil. You just put 3 dots of your herbal pigment oil, spray it with your herb and mineral mist, and then work it in. And again, you can take that right up under the eye and over the eyelid, down the neck and on the décolleté. Then you'll apply Contraderm. So again, you only need a very small amount of Contraderm. So it's 3 dots straight onto the skin, spray it with your herb and mineral mist, and then work it into the skin. With the DMK formulations, because they are transdermal, don't rub it into your hands and then try and put it onto the skin, because your hands are very porous and they'll absorb all of the product. So you need to apply your cream and everything onto the skin, spray those dots and then work it into the skin. Of a daytime, you must wear sunscreen, and you can wear makeup throughout the whole process, obviously except for when the solution is on. So what are the best days for you to peel? There's 2 days of peeling, 2 to 3 days of downtime. So it's just working out when you don't need to go to work, you can stay at home and relax. You're not really needing to be in front of anyone or in the public. Okay, so on the weekend. So what we'll do, the first day of layers we'll do on Thursday evening after work. So I'll book you in, you can come in, I'm going to cleanse the skin, I'll mix up the solution, I'll apply it to the skin. When the solution gets applied to the skin, I'll give you a fan and you can fan it, but it is a bit stingy and a bitey sensation. So remember, this is a treatment to revise the skin. It's not an aggressive treatment. It cannot burn the skin. But obviously you do have a sensation. So it is a bit of a hot, stingy, bitey sensation. You'll leave that solution on overnight. Then in the morning, you'll cleanse the skin and you'll apply your beta gel, vitamin C, herbal pigment oil sprayed with your herb and mineral mist, Contraderm sprayed with your herb and mineral mist, sunblock, and you can apply makeup on that Friday morning, and usually you can go to work. What you should expect to look like on the Friday is the skin will look quite tight and glassy, and it can look a little bit darker or a bit orangey in colour, which you can cover with the makeup, no problem. So on the Friday afternoon after work, come back in, I'm going to cleanse the skin, I'm going to have a look at the skin and assess if I need to do, it won't be full face layers on day 2, but we'll look at whatever areas that we might need to do a little bit of specific work on, and we might put a second little bit of layers on day 2, or we may apply no layers on day 2. I'll just have a look at it. I'll do some low-level laser to reduce the inflammation and also get that healing properties kicked in, and then you'll go home, either leave the solution on, or you'll just go home that night and apply your normal routine like you're doing of a daytime. So your beta gel, vitamin C, herbal pigment oil sprayed with herb and mineral mist, and Contraderm. You'll also be taking your EFAs throughout the whole procedure, so your essential fatty acid supplement, because that fills the skin up full of water, repairs all the cell membranes, and helps the actual skin revision process. You'll take 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. It also, we are temporarily causing a little bit of inflammation in the skin, which kicks those remodeling processes in the skin in, but we want to make sure we're controlling that inflammation immediately. So essential fatty acids help to control the inflammation. Then on the Saturday and Sunday, it gets tighter and tighter, and then it starts to peel. Like I showed you in the before and afters, the examples I was showing you, the skin just gets really, really tight and then it literally starts to peel from the inside out. Everyone can peel slightly differently. It doesn't mean that you don't get the same result as someone else. It's just, obviously, it's individual for the person. So even though we show you the before and afters, not everyone peels in the exact same way, but you'll still get a great outcome. It doesn't matter how you peel, how much you peel, you'll still get a good outcome. So on the Saturday and Sunday, you will, maybe want to watch movies and stay at home. Also, I will be honest with you, there is a certain part of those 2 days where it just doesn't feel good. Some people have said that they feel a little bit depressed, they feel yucky, the skin just feels very dry, it feels horrible. So just knowing to expect that, during that peeling time, that it doesn't feel great, just don't look in the mirror. Definitely do not pick the skin or peel it off. This is very important because if you pull the skin away, you could potentially scar the skin. So we don't want you picking, scratching at it or doing anything like that. So the best thing is to apply all of the different formulations that we tell you to, nothing else, and to keep your fingers off it and try and leave it alone. Then on the Monday, I will book you in for your first lift off. Now, a lift off is one of our signature enzyme treatments. It's not about lifting the peeling away, it's about increasing function to that new skin coming through. So we have a really healthy, vibrant skin coming through to replace that skin that we're peeling away. After your first lift off, it doesn't mean that the peeling will be completely peeled away, but you'll definitely feel a lot better. Give your client a handheld fan or your DMK fan so they can fan themselves while you're applying the solution. Apply the solution, starting on the forehead, overlapping.
So I've just had my first layers of my RP treatment. I was told what to expect, but I have to say it was a little different. It was quite intense. Nothing that I couldn't handle. I think when the first layer went on, that first initial sting was a bit of a shock, but then once I got used to it, it wasn't as bad. The fan makes the world of difference. And again, when my body went through getting the first one and I acclimatized to it, it was okay. Still very quite intense, a bit of a sunburn sting, and initially it feels quite itchy. And once you move past that itchiness, it's okay. And then when the second layer comes on, or the second part, it is a little stingy. It's quite stingy actually. And then once you get used to it though, it's not as bad, it calms down.
So tonight, leave this solution on the skin overnight. Make sure you have a towel or a pillowcase that it doesn't matter if it gets stained, because the beta carotene in the solution will stain your pillow slip. So just make sure you have a pillow slip that it doesn't matter if it gets stained. The feeling will go in waves. You'll feel nothing, then it'll be like you have a hot flush. So that is normal. From here on in, the hard work's been done. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, have your shower, but don't have the water boiling hot. So not a cold shower, but just so it's not steamy and hot. The skin now, until we strengthen it, it's going through a process and it has a certain amount of inflammation in the tissue. So we now want to control the inflammation. We don't want to do anything that could further inflame the skin. Make sure you use only your DMK home prescriptives, so nothing else is to be applied to your skin except for your DMK routine. So tomorrow morning you'll gently cleanse your skin in the shower. You'll pat the skin dry, no rubbing, because that could potentially tear the skin. Then you'll apply your vitamin C serum, your beta gel, 3 dots of your herbal pigment oil, spray with your herb and mineral mist and work it in. Then your Contraderm, 3 dots, spray those 3 dots with your herb and mineral mist and work it in. Then your sunscreen, and you can put your DMKC makeup. I've colour matched you, so you've got the right shade. And that particular, the DMKC makeup has Biosense in it, which basically is really protective, antibacterial and healing on the skin. So it's going to make sure that the skin is protected while you're going through the peel. So don't feel that you can't put the makeup on, because you definitely can. Tomorrow, what to expect to feel. The skin can still look quite pink and red. That is normal. And that is actually what we want, because it's that little bit of inflammation that triggers the remodelling responses and that rejuvenation of the tissue. So never worry about any pinkness at this stage. You can look a little bit swollen, a little bit puffy. That is completely normal as well. The peel, to a certain degree, pulls water from the dermis up into the epidermis. So it's normal to look a bit full. Other things that can happen, I don't think this will happen in your situation, but it can, and it's normal, is you can experience some little breakouts or whiteheads on the skin. I'll tell you the reason this happens is because when we pull water up, if there's any little plugs of old sebum and dead cell material down in the excretory ducts, that water can shoot them up onto the surface. So it's not causing acne or causing you to have permanent breakouts. It is like a spring clean of the skin. So any old stuff that's trapped in there can get blown up and out.
Hi everyone, it's me, Christy. It's day 2 of my peel. I thought I'd do a small video on my phone just to show you the real deal. This is kind of how you look after the first layer. So I've had a shower, I've put on my vitamin C, my beta gel, my pigment oil, my herb and mineral mist, my Contraderm, and more herb and mineral mist, and some sunblock. So it felt a little bit tender putting everything on, especially kind of around this area. Feels like a bit of a kind of a sunburn. It's feeling a little tighter now. The pain's definitely nowhere near as bad as it was yesterday. It's a little stingy. It was a little stingy at different times throughout the night. In the shower, you need to be very careful and definitely not put a whole lot of hot water, because it does sting, and making sure that you pat it dry. But so far, so good.
Hi Christy, how are you feeling today? So you got through your first night of layers, which is excellent. Today I'm going to have a look at the skin. We're just going to apply a few more layers. It's brought up quite a bit of that pigment. It's not too red, it looks nice and shiny and glassy. There's a little bit of peeling in the corner there. We won't be going over that area. So today I think I'll be concentrating the layers just on the outskirts and under the eyes, through the forehead. We won't be doing any on the chin or the top lip or the nose, just those areas where there's more pigment, to really make sure we freshen that up for you. So today, what to expect? Pretty much the same as yesterday. The next 2 days are your days of peeling. So it literally peels from the inside out. So it's going to start to peel around the nose. It's already starting to peel there, and it'll start to lift out. And then we've got your lift-offs booked in for day 5 and day 10, and you're going to get a great result. It's very exciting. So I'm just going to lay you back now. Okay, Christy, so I just want you to leave this solution on again tonight, like last night. Tomorrow morning, warm shower, not too hot, pat it dry, no rubbing, and then you'll apply your beta gel, vitamin C, herbal pigment oil, Contraderm, sunscreen, and your DMKC. The next 2 days are the most peeling, so it goes very tight and you feel almost like it will never release, and then it starts peeling off. It can be, you don't feel great while it's peeling, but just one thing to keep in mind, It's a very short amount of time for such a good result.
It's about 4 hours since I've had the second layer. It's stinging a little bit around where you can see it's a little bit red, especially that side. But I've got to say, all in all, it's going really well. The second layer was a little bit more stingier, a little bit more hotter than the first one, but it didn't seem to last for as long. The hard part seems to be over. The stinging is, yeah, left to there where all the pigment is coming out apparently. Now I feel very confident that this is the way it's supposed to go and everything seems to be going great. I had the second layer last night, and that last night, yesterday afternoon, that was a bit stingy, bit bitey for a while, just like the first layer, but I kind of knew what to expect, so it didn't seem as bad. Very tight, so very tight around here and here. Probably from about 2 o'clock, I could feel it start. I feel like I'm a snake in my skin shedding, but it doesn't hurt at all now. It just feels like a peel that you want to peel, and you do want to peel it off really badly, but I know that we're not allowed, and I'm not going to. I'm here, and it's really started around the chin, and you can feel it, and I want to pull it off, but I won't. And around the nose, it's starting to come off. Still the same day, it's day 3, and I just wanted to show you what it looked like after I'd just taken my makeup off. Firstly, it goes to show you just how awesome, I think anyway, the DMK foundation is, because I used that when I went to work this morning, and then I just washed it off now, and you can see where I'm peeling still, and you can see the really red marks, and I mean, it just looked, considering how I look now, pretty good. So I was really happy with that.
So today's day 5. We're going to be doing your first lift off and transdermal infusion today. So it's very tight, as you can see, all that pigment's come up, but it's looking perfect. It's looking exactly how it's supposed to be. So today we'll be doing the enzyme therapy. This is Danae's signature treatment that works on the internal functions and structures of the skin. So it's going to bring increased circulation, which brings fresh nutrients and oxygen to the cell. Then it causes a reverse osmosis, a back flushing in and around the cell and through the little capillary loops, and then a lymphatic drainage back down into the root of the neck, those major lymph vessels in the root of the neck. So this is going to really enhance that new skin. So it's not just about the peeling. The peel will peel away the skin or the things that we don't want to see on the surface, but we also need to make sure we're making those changes, getting a better, healthier, better functioning skin moving through to replace that old damaged skin and what we didn't like in the first place. So the enzyme, when we put it on, it goes really, really hard like cement, and it feels like you have a heartbeat in your face. Then we'll be doing an infusion, so we'll be putting some vitamins, minerals, amino acids, putting all those things back that new baby cell needs to thrive in and for its life cycle. I'm going to cleanse the skin first. The lift-offs are more than just about lifting the peeling skin. They're about bringing blood flow, oxygenation, nutrients to that new skin, so we have a better, healthier, stronger skin to replace that old skin. So peeling alone doesn't revise skin back into a healthy, balanced state. You need to do the rebuilding at the same time. So your enzyme therapy is about rebuilding and regulating that new skin coming through while we're peeling away what we don't like on the surface. Now we've completed Christy's first lift-off and her first transdermal infusion. So she'll come back now on day 10 for her second lift-off and infusion. What Christy can expect to see now after her first lift-off, the skin appears now like it's still quite cemented on. It will really lift after that first lift-off. So by tomorrow she would be expecting to be really peeling.
Hi, it's Christy. It is day 6 of my peel. It's all going really well. I'm really starting to lift off now. This dead skin is really coming away. So I had my first lift off yesterday, and as Deb said, it'd really start peeling today, and it's quite gross. It is quite gross, let's face it. I've looked better. But all the puffiness is gone now, and what's really exciting is I can really start to see this skin underneath here and all these pigmentations come out here. I'm getting little glimpses of all this really kind of fresh, clean, less frickly skin, and that is really, really, really exciting. Yes, it's still itchy. I still want to scratch it. I still want to peel the crap out of it, but I haven't been. For a small amount of downtime, it's really coming along.
Hi Christy, it's day 10. We're going to be doing our second lift off today. So as you can see, most of the peeling has gone. Your skin is looking amazing. So after the lift off today, your skin will look even brighter and fresher, will increase that blood flow, oxygenation, lymphatic drainage to the skin. Okay, let's get your second lift off started. So one of the things that Christy said to me when she came in for her consultation, she was considering having Botox because she felt that the skin was just looking a little bit tired, it wasn't looking as fresh and bright as she would like it. When I consulted Christy, not that I'm against Botox, but one of the things that was evident that Christy's skin, she doesn't have any deep expression lines. That wasn't the concern. So I could tell from what she was telling me that her aim was to get the skin looking fresher, younger and brighter. Sometimes when you have that accumulation of dead cell material, it kind of pulls and the skin has the little fine lines and it just doesn't look as fresh and vibrant as it can. So when we have a look at Christy now, after her second lift off and infusion, you'll see the skin is bright. A lot of that pigment has been lifted away, the pores are more refined, there's no more fine lines, no more wrinkles, and it just looks really youthful and bouncy, and that's what your clients will be looking for. Also, after Christy's second lift off, a month after that is when she'll start to see the true result.
This is my last treatment from my RP peel. The result is phenomenal. I'm really, really happy with the choice that I've made, considering I was going to go for Botox, and having the consultation and going this way has just been, I couldn't have asked for a better result. So when I first come in, I was really looking for something different. I'd had microdermabrasion and I'd had facials, and I just never got the result that I was looking for. So from the first treatment, I was a bit kind of apprehensive. You know, it was completely different from anything that I'd had before. And the first day it was just a little bit warm and tight, and I was kind of thinking, oh, how is this going to work and turn out? By the second layer, it was really tight and warm, and I couldn't move my face around. And then it started to peel, and I started to see this really awesome result coming through. And because at first all this pigmentation was coming out, and I'm seeing these little lines, and I'm thinking, is this actually going to work? Is this going to do what I want it to do? I was a bit worried because I had some little fine lines, and when it was peeling, the little fine lines were still in the skin, but then this beautiful skin was lifting away. And even through that process, I had friends of mine saying, wow, like they were looking at me, seeing all this new skin coming through and going, wow, is that your skin underneath there? And I'm like, yeah, I think it is. Now, it looks amazing.